I don't know why, but whenever I think of doing a simple look, I end up doing one which is completely opposite of it, and then I end up with something like this, a very extravagant look. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing well, and today I'm back again with the very extravagant kind of look. I hope you guys would like this. So this is yet another desi sort of look, which will be kind of, appropriate for any type of like sangeet or mehndi or holo day. So if you are looking for a look like that, you can definitely try this one out. And I did the eyes a little bit inspired by the Arabic doll kind of eye look, so I am quite happy with the look. I think I did a good job. So if you guys want to see how I did this one, let's move on with the tutorial. So I'm starting off with a primer, and the one that I'm using is the Smashbox Photo Finish Primerizer. Then as usual, before applying any sort of like foundation, I am going in with a color correcting concealer, and this is from W7 and the shade is MW7. It's been super long since I actually used this foundation, and I have to mention it that this is probably one of my most favorite foundation after the Marc Jacob one, and hopefully Marc Jacob will do its comeback and return with the remarkable foundation. So this is the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear foundation. I have used the other two variants, the newer other two variants, the soft matte one and also the light reflecting one, but honestly nothing can beat this one for me. So I'm so excited to try this one out again after so long. So the shade that I'm using is the usual from my NARS range, that is medium deep 1 Syracuse. Now I have been loving this concealer so much. This is the Kat Von D Good Apple concealer, and it's a very full coverage concealer, and the texture of this one is just so amazing. And I guess this one is probably on sale in BoxyCharm, so if you guys can get your hands on this one, make sure to get it because it is amazing in quality. Though it's not that hyped, but definitely give it a try. You will love it. I'm just focusing the concealer in the higher points of my face to highlight. That is going to be my under eye area, my chin, my nose bridge and my forehead. Also, the shade that I'm using is medium 141. I just finished setting my face with the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Powder, and the shade that I used today is the one called Pound Cake. I also do have Banana Bread, but I am currently using the Pound Cake shade, and both of them actually works okay for me. We're moving on to the eye makeup, and for that today I'm using the Huda Beauty Empowered Eyeshadow Palette. I am now starting off with a transition color. So first I am going to be using Power, and later on I am just slightly going to be deepening it up with Get It. So the Power shade might not show up that much, but it is very important to have both of this shade, otherwise the gradient wouldn't be nice. So this is the shade Power, and you can see it barely shows up because it's very close to my skin tone, but there is like a tinge of orangey tone within the shade, so that is going to be helping blend out the other shades when I apply them. So we need this transition color. And by the way, I did not use any sort of like eye primer today. I initially went with my concealer. And I have also set my eye base too with the Huda Beauty Easy Bake powder. Now again going in with the shade Get It and slightly just blending it out in the transition area. I'm also slightly dragging the shade on the outer portion of my eye area because I'm going to be doing a full cut crease today. Now taking this very rich brown shade, which is called Confident, and this is going to be laying down in my crease area. Now you see that unblended area right there. For that we will be needing another shade which is going to be in between the dark and the light shade so that it can merge up the shades and create a nice gradient. And for that we are using this shade called Legacy. See just how the slightest touch of that shade is just simply blending the edges out of the harsh lines. Now with tad bit of concealer, I'm just going to be cleaning out the lid area, and as this is not going to be a half cut crease, I'm just going to be slightly also taking it on the outer part of the lid so that it can create a nice full cut crease. Now that the crease is laid down, we are going to be applying the lid shade first, and then you see that line right there, we are going to be deepening it with the darkest shade. For the lid color, I'm taking this shade from here and it's called Charisma. Just look at the beauty of this shade. I love this one. With the help of a precision brush, I'm taking the same Confident shade and just slightly we will be deepening the crease line so that it looks much more sharper. But then again, while applying this shade, make sure to not leave a sharp line behind. Make sure to merge the shades together so that it looks like a gradient. Now with the help of a pen liner, I am just lining my eyes. Now I'm taking a white kajal. This is the iMagic white gel eyeliner. So I'm just going to be taking it with my Sigma Precise E06 wing liner brush and apply it in my waterline, extending it a bit in the outer portion. So for the lower lash line, taking the same gradient that we created on the upper lid, and that is the Confident shade, and also there is another shade called Legacy. So I'm just going to be having a mix of all of this shade together to kind of create this similar gradient in the lower lash line too. I'm almost done with the eye look. I just need to add some lashes and some highlight. Going to add a few gem in the outer portion. To highlight the brow bone, I'm using this Laura Geller Gelato Baked Highlighter, and this is in the shade Diamond Dust. It's a very beautiful pink iridescent shade, so it's going to be popping very nicely with the look. Back to the face makeup, and I'm going to be slightly bronzing up my face so that I have a little bit of definition, because after all that foundation and powder, it's almost gone. So to bronze my face, I'm using this MAC Give Me Sun bronzer. Also using the same powder to contour my nose. Though I don't do harsh contouring, so this is perfect for me. Now it's time to get some flush back into my cheeks, and for that I'm using my go-to blush, but Moira Cosmetics. If you're watching this video, or if anyone actually from the brand watches this video, please make sure to not have this cheap plasticky packaging, because it breaks down and it's just such a mess. And I always like to use my products in their individual pans rather than having them in a Z palette. So I'm not going to be getting it out and place it in a Z palette. So I need the packaging to be sturdy and heavy duty so that it sustains more. But for the pricing, the packaging was not worth it, but the product is amazing. I love this blush, and the shade that I'm using today is Orange Blossom. I'm mainly focusing on the pinkier portion of the blush, and it gives such a beautiful youthful glow and hint of color in your cheeks. Now for the face highlighter, I'm using this Laura Geller Baked Gelato Swirl Highlighter, and this is in the shade Diamond Dust, the same that I used in my brow bone and inner corner. And this is such a beautiful pinky hued highlighter that it will just complement my look completely today. Oh my god, just look at it. And it will just melt with the blush so nicely that there is not going to be any sort of like harsh line. Finally, it's time for the lip liner, and the lip liner that I'm using is from ColourPop, and this is in the shade Pitch. It's a very dark brownie kind of shade, so it will just line and create the shape of the lip very nicely. And then I'm going in with some matte lipsticks. I'll be using two MAC lipsticks. One is Marrakesh. This is going to be the main color, and then on top of it I'm going to be using the Retro Matte All Fired Up. That is going to be like kind of highlight of a shade. So this is the shade Marrakesh, which is a very brown skin tone friendly orangey kind of shade. It's not like orange, it's more like corally brown. So as I'm focusing a little bit on the pink side today, I am taking this shade called All Fired Up from MAC, and this is going in the middle of the lip. The combo of this two lip shade is just out of this world. I love the color that it gives, and this is honestly one of my go-to combo nowadays. So now I'll be just finishing off the look with the accessories, and I'll be coming right back. So this is the final look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and if you guys have any more requests, then let me know in the comment section below, and I will try to give all the information details in the description box below for you guys. And if you are someone who still haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, then please do, and make sure to follow me in my Instagram, Facebook and TikTok. And I will be catching you guys again in my next video. Till then, you guys take care. Bye bye.